CoreChair was inspired by the exercise ball and the number of people who were intuitively taking it to their office to replace their traditional ergonomic office chair. The objective was to create an environment that would allow them good postural positioning, but movement throughout their day so that they weren't suffering from the effects of static sitting. The problem with an exercise ball as a chair is that it requires you to engage your core muscles excessively, which over time will fatigue and end up putting you into a worse posture at the end. When we set out to design the CoreChair, we were looking for a system that would address this current trend of media awareness on the perils of sitting, or sitting's the new smoking, or sitting disease. And basically the research is well founded and shows that there is a correlation to a lifetime longevity decrease as a result of sitting static and encountering a sedentary effect. In addition to that, about 80% of our population undergoes some kind of back issue, significant back issue in their lifetime. And almost 30% of us are doing some kind of therapeutic intervention to address it. So when we set out to design the CoreChair, we were designing a system that would allow for good postural positioning, where the pelvis was held in an upright neutral position, everything was balanced about a pivot point immediately beneath the user's center of balance, and that it had movement throughout 14 degrees in all directions, so that we could allow for good movement of the hips, the pelvis, and the spine, and we could trigger the soft tissue surrounding the spine to strengthen them and to keep them stimulated. We could stimulate circulation from our lower extremity, which otherwise is dormant. We could stimulate blood flow to the brain that would allow for better delivery of blood, oxygen, and glucose to help the brain stimulating optimally. And we could also do things like lubricating the intervertebral discs and affecting our vital systems such as digestion and breathing. So the chair really represents just another option that you have to combat the sedentary effects of sitting as we now know them to be. The options include stand-up desks, treadmill desks, and a number of other things, and people are somewhat concerned about sitting. So active sitting is a really good option for you to consider, and the CoreChair attempts to address all of those issues.